you guys thought you ran away from us, got rid of our asses. Hell to the fucking hell no. We're back with the midweek chat attack. And no, I'm finally not playing some Kingdom Hearts. I'm actually already kind of having withdrawals. I don't know why. I actually started to like that game today. But it doesn't matter because our boy has returned, and I was about to introduce your sexy ass. Ganja, how you doing, sir?
That. I'm gonna take this right now. I'm withdrawing off of Kingdom Hearts. You took me off the PlayStation nipple that I was sucking off so enjoyably. I was in different Disney worlds, hanging out with Toy Story and all other creatures and Disney classics. I'm just freaking out right now because fuck Kingdom Hearts 3 is everything I wished for and dreamed of.
No, literally, dude, that game is so fucking good, and I'm very, very surprised. Yeah, shut your fucking ass, god damn it, too. And you know what, the thing that's funny as well is that, you know, it might be really, really cool, and you might be so excited and everything, but Jet, who's a super hardcore fan of Kingdom Hearts, apparently, has not even played it yet, and I know that she's here now, at least I hope she is, because I haven't looked in the chat yet. Jet, are you here?
Send help, I'm dying.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that she was here because if she left and I sell that shit.
Version, that's why.
What happened?
She's still playing that card game version of fucking Kingdom Hearts. Just read the manga.
Yeah.
The manga?
The manga.
Manga, whatever it's called.
The marshmallow, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Like I'm gonna beat it. Like I'm already close to beating one half of it.
I'm looking over here in the chat though. Yeah, there's a lot of comments kind of left over from the last stream that we did with the Kingdom Hearts thing. I just posted that on YouTube too, so definitely go over there and tell us what you guys thought of that shit. What you saying? What's up, man?
I hate to interrupt, but I don't know what the fuck's going on with my Twitch because usually I like to watch the show and follow it, but like it all just turns to this one little small box, and I don't know how to get it back to normal size.
How the fuck did you manage to do that shit?
Dude, do you remember when I was able to fuck up and have something that you can't have on at the same time on XSplit one time? Like, I fuck up magically sometimes.
But, like, how? Like, I'm trying to see, like, is there a way
to
do
that? Technology.
It's magic, man. Ooh, it's magic.
I'm curious. Like, I'm like, I hate to even do this right now, but I'm very curious how you managed to fucking mess that up.
All right. See how you got it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it all just went down and just expanded. So, like, the first half was all just my face.
Man, I don't know. Look at Ganja's face in this picture, though. He's just like, what? What?
Ooh.
Oh man, no. But anyways, though, people, I don't know what the fuck happened with Ganja's shit. Ganja usually finds ways to fuck up. But I'm really glad you're back, man. I missed you.
I know. It's just
don't lie to him.
Shut up. I know he missed me. I know he wants to caress me, hold me tight, and never let me go again.
Take it that far. Hey, fuck
these broken wings, Nick, so I can fly again and learn to live so free.
Did you literally prepare that fucking statement?
No, I did not.
Really? Okay. I feel like you did. You know.
I don't know, man. It's just every step you take, every breath you take, man.
I will slap the fuck out you. As you would say back in our old school, I've been watching a lot of our old school shit, and it's like, as you would say, I will stroke the fuck out you.
What did I threaten to stroke the fuck out?
It was Anthony because he was eating during the show. You were like, man, I will stroke the fuck out you, and I was like, well, you gonna jack him off? Like, what kind of fucking insult is that?
Man, you don't know the powerful hand jobs I've been giving out, man. Mach 5 and shit, bro.
Stupid ass dude. But no, I know you just came back from the cold, man. We were actually in the stream, not in the stream, but we're in the Google Hangouts together, and all the MCA crew, even Train, everybody was in here. Oh shit, Spot the Fox, thank you for following. But the thing is, though, it's funny because we were all in the side of a chat, and Ganja, he was smoking something, and it got stuck on your fucking glove.
All right, for y'all that don't know, I'm trip to the East Coast, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna go to Chi-Town for a little bit. Why I decided to go to Chicago when the Arctic blast was coming through at the same time? God forbid I check the weather in any place I travel to. So my hotel didn't have a window, and it did. But every time I try to use it, that motherfucker freezed. Jet, you could have told me that your fucking windows freeze over and they don't open after a certain point in the day.
Well, I would have thought you would have did some fucking research before deciding to just go somewhere.
Man, go somewhere in the dead ass of winter too, man. I fucked apart. But anyways,
that's some crackheadedry.
No, I didn't take coat. I just had 2 jackets and long sleeve shirts. So I'm just layered up in like homeless gear and shit. So I just put up all these different layers. I roll up a blunt, right? And I'm smoking my tobacco blunt down the street. And, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm talking to you guys. We're conversating. I'm showing off the snowfall and stuff. I'm trying not to bust my ass on the ice. I'm doing 2 steps. And Nick's just the whole time. And at one point, you know, I'm down to the little roach of it. I'm done with all the tobacco I'm smoking. So I go to throw that bitch. It is so fucking cold, y'all. It froze to my fingertips.
And
so
Ganja,
and
Ganja's words, he goes, did my fucking blunt freeze?
No, and he basically said, My fucking bluff froze.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the same time. What happened was I burnt myself the first time, and then I found another warm spot to hang out with. So I'm there smoking another one, but this one I fell apart a little bit, so I lick it a little bit, try to fix it. And as I'm about to hit it, I look at him, it's all crumbly and shit. I'm like, no fucking way. So I touch it, and it goes, my fucking blunt froze. Oh, hell no.
No, you had some emphasis on the fucking blood froze.
Like that shit. The funny thing is too is like another moment happened too, where I guess because you licked the blunt and it got stuck to your fucking gloves, like he tried to throw it or something and it stuck. And the thing is, like his camera's all fucked up. He doesn't know that he's showing us his glove, and he's just wiggling that shit, like panicking. He's panicking so much.
He tried to act like we didn't see that, and I was just like, did you fucking burn yourself?
Yeah, Jake goes, did you fucking burn yourself? And he's just like, man, shut the fuck up, bitch. He's like wiggling his fucking hand back and forth.
Like, ooh, hot.
The best part was it's just like me and just the homeless people walking at this point. So it's just my loud ass talking to you guys and the homeless people talking to the voices in their head.
Oh my god, probably talking to you. You're like accidentally starting a conversation with these motherfuckers.
Man, I tried to give a roach to one of the homeless people. He's like, man, I don't smoke no more, bro. I'm healthy now.
Even the homeless person's like, I don't do that dumb shit. I'm out here, no house, in the cold, etc. But I'm not dumb enough to be on the shit that you're currently doing. But it's all good though, man. Here's the thing though, Mr. Ganja Guru. As a matter of fact, before you even continue on, did he even let you into fucking Rabbit yet?
No, it has not.
Yeah, you need to get your ass in Rabbit so we can continue on with this show because you're never going to know what the fuck I'm showing you when we get into the trailer talks. And by the way, people, we do have a trailer talk. We do have some cinephile shit. We're going to talk about a movie that actually got a little bit older. Like today, it's 10 years old, Taken. We're going to talk about that shit. And then obviously at the end of our show, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest things that's going on the internet as opposed to what the political shit going on. We're also going to talk about Zombieland. So I see that you're over here in the fucking in the what do you call that? The rabbit. God damn it! I can't even remember this shit. The ribbit.
I found bunny now. I found the little foxhole, not the foxhole, the little bunny hole.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
We're all sharing the same hole at this point.
And that's one disgusting hole. But here's the thing, people.
They're all the same hole if you pull it off right, Jet.
Ah, nasty. Here's the thing, though, people. You guys can get inside the hole too. We'll get back inside your hole. We'll just be pleasuring each other's holes, and you can only do that by following the rules of the hole. So way too many things rhymed. That threw me off. Ganja Guru, tell him about the fucking rules. You son of a bitch.
I thought you were going to say tell him about those fucking holes. I got two of them that's very tight and lovely. But anyways, rule number one, newcomers join the call first. We're all about those fresh new film spaces. Those people I haven't seen in a while. My nose is stuffed up, so that came out wrong. But this point still being, I want to see you guys. I want to hear you guys. I want to hang out with you guys. So let us know in any ways you can conversate with us so we can bring you on the show and just fuck around with you guys. Rule number two, do not talk over each other.
Down in the holes.
Down in the hole. You need to shut yours up so people can listen to mine. So, with that said, y'all, do not talk over each other. Rule number three, please no nudity. This is a stable, squeak clean internet. We are squeak clean boys and gals. So, when it comes to the streaming, please keep the titty and the naughty bits to yourself. When it comes to that sweet audio cloud goodness, audio cloud, oh my God.
Yeah, audio cloud?
We
Really?
lost our sponsorship, but still, we're moving on to the next one. Rule number four, do not give anyone else the link. We have a planned show, believe it or not, after that. That includes certain topics, conversation, overall fuckery. So you hand out the link, you're gone. So it's dumbass that clicked it. Rule number five, read the rules and Jet. Don't be a dick.
How are you going to say my name and then basically say it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you know the new bit yet.
No, I like how...
I was all ready too. Like I got all prepared. Like I recently got in the shower, just like today's gonna be my day. I ate a nice, healthy breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Got all dressed up, did my hair, and I sat here. And then you just stole my line. You stole it.
And that's what's gonna choke you out with that big ass arm of hers. Like, I cannot get over this avatar, man. When are you gonna change this shit, Jet?
When I feel like it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, even those eyes look like they're about to fucking, like, I don't know, it's so threatening. Like, there's something about
feel
that.
like she's about to wrap it around and start choking us out and shit.
Exactly. But then again, I honestly, though, like, it's not an ugly picture of who the fuck that is. I'd be
Kim
okay
Kardashian?
with it. Never mind. Well, how the fuck do I not know who Kim... Oh, let me tell you why. Because Kim Kardashian is average as fuck and looks like every other chick that walks around with a bunch of fucking money. Interesting. Anyways, sorry about that. I fucking can't stand
Kardashians, man. They got a great mobile game.
No, they're bullshit. What?
Yeah, the mobile game makes billions a day, bro. You don't even know that.
Do you seriously like that?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to make you more mad.
Yeah, because you fucking succeeded, buddy.
Honestly, I still have that on my phone.
What
now
the fuck?
Now get mad at her because she actually plays it.
Yeah, I bet she fucking does.
Well, yeah, it's a dress-up game. Like, what the fuck do I look like not playing dress-up games?
Honestly, I would imagine you just play nothing but fucking like horror movie video games or something. You're really fucking weird, actually. So yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's fun.
No. What was the other game that you played that had like the fucking clothes in there? Love Mickey, Love Nikki, Love Wiggy?
Love Nikki.
Yeah. So did you still play that?
You're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my head, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
I'll beat the shit out, man. Fuck both of you, like, Jesus, God, just aging the fuck out of me as we talk.
Hey, Nick, you are so fine. Hey, Nick.
People, he's making me fucking sick to my goddamn stomach. I'm gonna whoop this man's ass. I'm telling you. Here's the thing, though, people.
You're so fine. I'm done.
Yeah, no, he's only doing this, by the way, to like mask the fact that's actually in his head now, so he can't even fucking get it out of his head. But it's okay. It's fine, Mr. Contra Guru. But we're moving on. And this trailer over here, man, it's going to get me even more fucking mad. The Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy. I'm sorry. It sounds like one fucking word away.
Does this have nothing to do with Resident Evil?
You know what? It's funny because when I heard DJ Miles and Christian Torres talk about this on the What's in the Box, I thought it was going to be a Resident Evil thing. It wasn't. I was pretty mad about that. But then watching the trailer itself, man, I got to tell you, look, we get it. They're fucking crazy. I hate when... What were you going to say?
I get what you're going for when they're crazy, but how much do you feel like this is just another one of those Deadpool-esque films where it's like, hey, now we're doing one of the actual X-Men, and we're going to point out all the bad stuff that, like, hey, Dr. Xavier kind of just hires these kids and just abuses them to learn their mutant powers.
Yeah. I mean, well, this is pretty much what it is, but at the same time, too, is like, that'd be a cool concept if they were going to, like, respect it a little bit and kind of be like, oh, man, like, these kids are going through a bunch of shit, and yes, there's some kind of villainous fucking asshole behind the scenes doing all this stuff, but they get so magical and so fucking, like, fantastical with everything, and then with the jokes, it's like, there's nothing in here that I can fucking take with any kind of heft at all. Like, nothing can be taken seriously. This is all a big fucking joke, and I really, really hate how something like this, and I'm going to show you the screen again, look at all that destruction and how it looks pretty cool. I mean, I think it looks cool in my opinion. And all that hard work for fucking jokes. You're going to waste all that talent on stupid shit. That gets on my fucking nerves all the time.
My only problem with that is it seems like they're doing like a very good like Hellboy parody. Kind of like where Hellboy is just like a take on the demons, Exorcist, like the secret societies that deal with like ghosts and goblins and ghouls and all that shit. And just do like a little bit of a comedy edge towards it. But with this one, it just seems very on the nose, and that's not really good when it comes to a lot of these TV shows because you want to feel like the world's a little bit believable. The reason, I know you get mad at Deadpool, but the reason I think Deadpool works personally is because he, like, everything around him is a serious comic book movie, and him individually is just, he's breaking the fourth wall, he knows it's fake and all that. Whereas it seems the movie's point is to just have it constant reminder that everything's fake. It's kind of what the second one had a problem with a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I had that issue with Deadpool 2 a lot. Even the first one I had issues with. But it's just like, yeah.
It really worked the second one, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Except those are very, very similar, those two movies. And I totally get what you're talking about in that sense. But it's just looking at this, too. This is going to be a show. So, once again, like, you know, you got to have, like, some kind of thing that holds you so you can continue watching it. With Deadpool 2, after you bought your ticket, you're gonna consume all there is to consume within an hour and a half. This is a commitment. And you're not going to take this seriously, you're not going to take yourself seriously, or make me want to take you seriously, it's frustrating. And Jed, I'm going to ask you, when it comes to some of these shows that, you know, have so much special effects and everything, does it bother you when it's all just done for comedy, or do you not really give a shit?
I didn't watch this fucking trailer, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, just watching what you showed is making me incredibly fucking angry.
Yeah, because it's silly. It's like, it's way too
crazy. It's not even that.
What?
Turn up the fucking brightness. I can't fucking see. I can't fucking see. Stop being afraid of fucking colors. I can't stand this ugly ass fucking palette. Stop being so afraid to turn the fucking brightness up. I'm done. I'm so fucking tired of it. Not everything needs to be fucking dark.
No, and that's the thing too. This frame right here encompasses her entire fucking complaint.
Yo,
look how dark that is.
Why is it so fucking blue?
I can't wait till Jet plays Resident Evil 2, the remix. She's gonna get so.
Oh, you can't see shit in that fucking game, dude.
Man, if you don't got that flashlight on point, bro.
No, like that one, I don't mind because that's a horror game. Like I can, like that's fine. This is supposed to be a fucking comic. All these fucking Netflix shows and all these movies coming out Why are you so afraid to turn the fucking brightness up? You can still get your point across by having the fucking brightness up. Stop with this fucking color palette. I'm so fucking tired of it. It's so boring. Stop it.
Yeah, and you saw this a lot with DC Titans, by the way, too. DC Titans had a lot of dark stuff. Like, there'll be certain times where, like, it's during the day or whatever, but, like, all the interesting shit happens at night. But even during the day, there'll be, like, this weird overcasting thing where they're inside the doors, and there's, like, this weird, like, I don't know the right word for it, but it's like that weird, like, light blue, and, like, the sun seems to be, like, depressed as well. And I've seen it happen a lot with like certain like moody movies and whatnot, but DC Titans is still a comic book movie. There should be some kind of vibrance with something going on because it's cartoony as fuck. So be a cartoon.
I can't wait till we get out of this fucking time where everything has to be fucking dark. Like it's so boring. I can't watch anything right now because it just makes me angry.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, Umbrella Academy, you know, apparently it's coming out the day after Valentine's Day. Oh,
didn't they already do some shit like this with Mrs. Pettigrew's Home for Particular Children that was also trying to be X-Men or whatever?
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Pettigrew's.
They've been doing this for a while now, where they have like different characters take on different aspects of the X-Men. It's starting to get fucking boring.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, we've seen so many people do so many things differently. You know, like fucking even in anime, My Hero Academia. It's like we gotta stop with the mutants thing. Oh, speaking of mutants, the new mutants coming out eventually, right? That fucking horror movie version.
It's taking on the same color palette too, Jet.
Yeah, but there's a difference between that though, because that's actually a horror movie. So I get like when you're going through something where it's supposed to be, you know, uncomfortable or dark, whatever the fuck, like and tone of the entire thing. That's cool. But this is trying to get laughs. How are you gonna be this dark when you're trying to get laughs? It's fucking silly. It's stupid as fuck, dude. And I really am actually pretty upset about this. But at the same time, you gotta watch it first. You know what I mean? Jed, you're gonna be there watching.
It's gonna have that fucking annoying dry ass humor while dark shit's going around. Just like, okay, I've seen that before. You're not unique. This has been done. Stop.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. The thing is, though, is I'm gonna watch when it comes out, and you're gonna be watching it too, Jet. I'm forced to watch that shit.
I'm not watching that shit.
We're gonna be moving on now. One big thing I wanted to discuss really quick too. Taken turning 10 years old. Now I thought Alan was gonna be here to discuss this. I don't really give a fuck about Taken. I've only watched a certain portion of that movie. Ganja, have you seen Taken?
I've seen 1, 2, and 3, and I saw the notorious one where he jumps a fence and it takes 30 to 40 cuts for him to actually accomplish that. So yes, I've seen my fair share of the Taken.
Yeah, and that's you know that particular situation was when Taken was shit. But the thing is though is people always go back to this first one when it comes to complimenting Liam Neeson. How do you say his fucking name?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, this
Don't
guy.
Fuck him up. You said it right the first time.
God damn it! This fucking person over here, though, like people always talk about this guy in this movie.
He's part of One Direction.
But fuck you guys. But yeah, like Liam Neeson. You know, his big thing is Taken. This movie. I mean, even though he's in a shit ton of movies, everyone goes right back to this one because this is a big showcase of what he can do, I guess. Because the guy never really did that much action, and here he is, fucking just destroying everybody. I gotta tell you though, man, I think the reason why this movie was so popular when it first came out 10 years ago is because of the fact that no one expected him to do all this shit. I gotta tell you, man, after 10 years, can it still hold up? And do you think this movie deserves all the praise that it gets? Because in my opinion, I feel like it's overhyped.
When it comes to the original Taken, I think a lot of it had a lot of things when it comes to time and setting. Because I think a lot of people forget when they bring up the original Taken, that was the era of they were starting to bring back a lot of these old action figures from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, Stallone with Rambo at the time.
Like Die Hard, that had their remake come out. It was shit as fuck. And you had other people that were trying to do their small stuff. I think Van Damme, you had a small picture that he came and did for straight to DVD. And this was the era that they were trying. They even brought Arnold Schwarzenegger back for one of the Terminator's movies. So this is when they were trying to actually mess with that idea of bringing like old action heroes back. So when he did it, and it was actually very enjoyable. And let's say that the Taken first one is very dated now. But for what it was then, it was a really good action scene. Like they had built up a lot of this hype around it, and he was something of he was around that age group where he was like still early 50s, that he could probably still move a little bit if he worked out his body and actually took care of himself. So it was a little bit believable that he would have this experience that helps him along a lot easier than just being a type of young guy that's going to just throw all his muscle power to it. He has more finesse in his fighting, you know? And they do touch on it in the first one. But after a while, it starts getting more and more ridiculous. Like suddenly now he can outrun a car and shit like that. Whereas the first one, basic unbelievable like aspects of him being old. Like he gets hurt in the first one, that gets dropped in the next ones. Like he's seen as an old man who's trying to save his daughter. Whereas the 2, 3, 4 are just plain action movies with I'm just the old guy that knows how to kick ass and do these different fight moves with different weapons. He just basically becomes Jason Bourne the rest of the films.
Yeah, and it's frustrating that happened because I feel like there's a certain tone that you can go with a movie where someone's just so fucking vulnerable. I felt like that with I know everyone talks about Die Hard being so fucking silly, but like John McClane was very vulnerable in Live Free or Die Hard. I didn't watch the fifth one because that one fucking dude's in it. The guy Martin hates a lot. God, I can't fucking remember his name.
Not Jason Lee. Justin Long?
No, it's because Justin Long's isn't the one I liked.
Yeah, he's in the third one, isn't he?
Yeah, but the guy I'm talking about is a guy that's in Terminator 5, and he's also in Suicide Squad.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of that.
Martin hates him. I don't know why Martin Thomas
Will
hates
Smith?
him. No, shut up. Shut your ass up.
Will Smith would never step foot next to a fucking Die Hard fucking script in his life.
Man, I'm going to have to look this up. I'm sorry, people. This is going to drive me fucking crazy. Now I hate to bring that up and then I actually say the motherfucker's name.
Well, while you do that, I got some little points on taking. I like to take people on. I think people just really like the first one because it hit that nostalgia mark. And Liam Neeson had just came back to acting after his wife had died so tragically. So it was just like everything built up for it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like The Dark Knight. Like now you watch it, like yeah, it's good cinematography, it's a good story, it's good acting, but it doesn't give you that same hype and love like it did when you first saw it. And I think that's why a lot of people let the Taken series kind of slide a little bit, and they don't really think of the bad sequels that came afterwards.
Yeah, and the guy I'm talking about, by the way, too, is Jay Courtney. That's a guy who, when he came in, and they're going to push him as being the new John McClane, whatever, and that's when you start, once again, losing sight of the fact of what was important in the series. The reason why Die Hard's a big deal is because fucking Bruce Willis is vulnerable. The reason why Taken was a big deal is because Liam Neeson is fucking vulnerable. Like, that vulnerability is what makes you want to get behind a certain character and make him win. You know what I mean?
I think the only one I didn't want that from was for the Rambo remake.
Yeah, because he was always so badass with the other movies that you kind of want him to keep that badassery. But then again,
that, they introduced him like this jungle veteran that's just been out there fucking people up still. So it's like, yeah, I want to see what he's been doing like in the last 20 years of experience.
But then again, though, even with you saying that, I remember First Blood 2, whatever the fuck, Second Blood. I don't know why they didn't keep up with that. But Rambo 2 and 3. I don't think people really gave a fuck about those movies, man. I don't know about you. I know that you know a lot of people that were really into 80s stuff or whatever the fuck. But yeah, man, 2 and 3 was trash. In my opinion, I really do think 2 and 3 are very, very corny. Did you like those, by the way, the Rambo 2 and 3?
Oh, that's why I made that fucking Red Dawn joke, because that third one is just an anti-Soviet propaganda film where he goes to Afghanistan and fights with the Mujahideen, which is, fun fact, y'all, the Mujahideen went on to become Al-Qaeda. So Rambo in that movie is fighting with Al-Qaeda. So that hasn't aged well.
I will tell you though, man, it's kind of funny how around the same period of time Stallone was doing a lot of stuff that had to do with the Soviets or whatever. Look at Rocky 4. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just kind of funny how that all intertwined.
I love what you, I always bring this up, and this was one of our first conversations. I remember hanging out and talking bullshit about movies. Was we were talking about Rambo 4, and you really brought it into perspective how the first half kind of is what Drago sees the extreme version.
Oh, Rocky 4, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Rocky 4. And I just I never had that explained to me like that before, and I think that's an interesting take because the way it's shot now, having that as a perspective is they really did shoot it like this kind of.
Yeah, no, it was really funny because if you're a Russian person watching that movie, Drago is your protagonist, and it's scary seeing Apollo Creed come out with fucking all these Americans, woo, party time, and just think about how scary that is. Yeah, hit him, and then it's just. Yeah, and then Drago's just trying to fucking have a boxing match, and this dude just doesn't stop coming for him, and it's yeah, that's scary in itself, too. Apollo Creed did not fucking stop until he was dead. I mean, that's a monster right there, you know what I mean?
Got enough.
Yeah, man, so I don't know, and I know how Jet's probably right now, yeah, that Rocky movie, great, fuck you. No, did you ever watch Taken, by the way, or any of these movies that we're talking about, Jet? I think she's asleep.
So she's drinking something. She's so bored right now. Her tea.
No. There's way too many. I'm just I didn't start them when they were popular or whatever. So I'm just. Actually, most of you guys didn't sound vampire. It was just like,
like me and Nick were like fucking 10, like 11 when we saw it. That was like 20 years after the film came out.
yeah. So then I would have been 9. So like, I mean, like a lot of kids were watching Rocky and shit like that around that time. So I was just like, no, I don't want to. There's too many movies. I'm not interested. I don't even like action.
Yeah,
No
and
thanks.
it's a big commitment too to be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie that has literally like 6 to 8 hours of build up to whatever the fuck this bullshit is. So I totally get that. But when it comes to Taken though, like, did you understand why people were freaking out so much about this? Like, is that a premise that you think you'd enjoy, having this old man just, whip everyone's ass by surprise?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can understand why people really love the first Taken movie. I mean, it's like like an ex. I don't know what the fuck he is, like an ex-military, like ex-FBI, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And basically putting the power in him to basically be able to go and like save his own daughter from a lot of times like those situations you never like get your kid back. So it was pretty interesting. And the famous like phone scene too that's been like parodied tons of fucking times over and over again.
Almost too goddamn much, because I'm sick of that shit at this point. Everyone thinks they're the cleverest fucking person even making that fucking joke, so that gets on my nerves. But yeah, I mean, once again, people Taken is 10 years old now. I feel aged by that fucking by that bet there. Ganjo's gonna ask you: is there anything that's gotten to a certain age that makes you feel a lot older? Like, what's that one thing that its anniversary makes you feel old as fuck?
Man, I will let you know right now. It's just got told to me that I've been waiting 14 years for fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Isn't it technically 15 years?
Yeah,
Since the second one came out in 2004?
I was 12! What the fuck, Square Enix? Why did it take this long?
Because it's good. Because
know.
it's fucking good.
Bro, they probably took longer just to get Frozen in there.
Yeah, no, that's true too. I will tell you though, man, like this game really does feel like it has everything in there. I know we're about to get off the topic somewhat or whatever, but it's like, yeah, people like Kingdom Hearts 3 is fucking amazing.
I'm fucking 10 years old. Kingdom Hearts is almost fucking 14 years old, and I just now got a sequel. Taking time then.
But anyways, people, moving on to the last thing here before we get the fuck out of here, and that is Zombieland 2 revealing its title through a fucking meme. I cannot believe that something as big as a sequel that everyone's been asking for, by the way. Basically, they released it through a, that 10-year thing everyone was doing? Where it was like, this is me 10 years ago and versus now, which I don't even know what started that. Do you guys know what started that whole meme?
Probably some Instagram shit.
Yeah, it's just the stuff people want to be like, oh, look at how I looked as a kid. Now who I look as a fat-ass adult.
Why's it gonna be fat ass, you fucking cynical son of a bitch?
I always say that because there's a few people that, like, they posted one where they were like skinny and shit, and they posted another one where they got like obese and shit. And I'm like, man, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could do that if you used to be fat until you get it, but don't do it now. That's
I used to not have a neck. See, now I got to take full advantage of that when I showed those 10 years later. It's like he grew a neck like Littlefoot.
I don't have any pictures of me back then, so I'm actually very lucky.
You're a damn lie.
I got one.
Oh yeah, you go back yourself. But here's the thing, people. This is the one that was being discussed, or not discussed, but the one thing that was
Go to God's Patreon if you want that picture of Nick.
Dumbass. But no, Zombieland. By the way, no, you don't. Like, hold on, no, people, fuck this. You don't got a goddamn picture of me, first of all.
You put a break on the show to put a stop to that one.
Oh, fuck your shit up. Goddamn, you little bitch. But no, the second movie is called... The second movie is called Double Dab, which is, I mean, honestly, that's a silly name. I thought...
Double Dab? Oh.
Huh?
It said Double Dab.
Shut the fuck. Stupid.
I mean, that's what you said.
I think I
did. Not dab on him.
I'm dumb as shit.
Turn on your camera. Go ahead, dab on him.
Shut the fuck up. Dab on him? Is that something that people say? I'm too old to understand what the kids say nowadays. But I will say, like, the new name, Double Tap, I think the name is kind of stupid in my opinion, and I think the whole way they went about this was very, like who was going to take this seriously? I thought this was just a funny little Photoshop thing, like something like people were doing as a joke, right? But no, this is actually serious. It's literally called Zombieland Double Tap. Is this something you're excited about, man? Did you take this seriously right away? What was your reaction?
Right, because Zombieland was actually one of those first ones. The problem I'm bringing up like a lot of early 2000s stuff. Because the problem with this and Taken is Zombieland had that appeal because that's right when they were starting to do comedy horror films. Mm-hmm. And they were done right. A lot of times it was more like the kind of Kevin Smith-esque, where people were trying to... I guess the best way to describe it is decline this. We had phone calls from fucking JP now. I don't know why, but one of the things about Zombieland was enjoyable is because it had like that dark sense of humor that we were getting early then. Like I said, you only really saw that in Kevin Smith films, like when he would do some of his more like nerdy-esque humor that wrapped around like dick and fart jokes. Whereas you never really saw that in like hardcore horror films. So them taking on this nerd culture of zombies was very fucking enjoyable to the point that it felt like it was its own custom universe. Like it never felt like it was either taking a continuation of Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, or none of the other ones where a lot of zombie films feels like they're just taking off where George A. Romero left off. This just seems like its own fucking creation. And I always thought that was enjoyable. And then they play with the world a lot more. And they did interesting things with the zombies aesthetics in terms of like how to kill them and how to go about doing it, where it felt like a video game almost, like Dead Rising in live action. But we had a lot of movies since then do that with different genres, like vampires and different other kind of things, that I think this kind of missed its time to do a sequel.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we literally just had a zombie musical come out. Like what? Like what's it called? Anna and the Apocalypse or something?
Yeah, it's coming. I think it's coming out a little bit later.
Yeah, so we just had that, and it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really think that this is the right time for you to come out with this, especially in the sense of like, oh, hey, you guys have been asking. It's like, no, we were asking. We're not asking anymore. You fucking lost the point. Jen, I'm gonna ask you: did you watch Zombieland at all? The first movie?
No.
Is that a mixture that you think doesn't really fit the whole zombie and humor put together shit? I mean, do you think that? Because I don't even know if you find zombies scary. Honestly, I think you just look at this shit like
Who still finds zombies scary?
me. I think zombies are scary. I think the idea of zombies is fucking frightening as shit. Like, how do you not feel that way?
I don't.
Because you do realize, like, a part of this, the part of what's scary is that it can happen. Like, this is something like, what if there was a disease that made you go fucking apeshit and wanted you to eat other fucking body parts from people? Like, that's fucking creepy.
Well, guess what? I still don't find them scary.
The only reason why is because you bite them right back.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go anywhere near them. But the thing is, like, zombies at this point are just as scary as fucking skeletons. I don't find their phony ass scary either.
See, now this is why you're asking to be the first one fucking dead in the skeleton zombie apocalypse.
If it's real shit, she's gonna get got.
Exactly.
No, I already said I'm gonna kill myself.
She's gonna talk shit to Skeleton like, what are you gonna look at me, bony motherfucker?
Oh, that's a point way out. Because at least if there's a chance of survivability, you should do it.
I'm not living my whole life with all these people getting fucking bit and being fucking stupid and shit. Like, I'm not gonna live this fucking life where I gotta keep searching for food my whole fucking life and shit. Like, no, I'm dead. Like, I'll see you guys in another fucking universe.
Look, you don't want to be the fifth wife to some guy that was able to take over an encampment. You don't want to do that.
No, then like, so one person's dumbass mistake basically fucks us all over. Nope, I'm not living in that fucking world. No.
You see what she just said? Right now, she's talking like as if Rick's gonna be like the leader of her group. No, don't worry, baby. You're gonna be with me. I'm Negan. Okay, you're gonna be.
Well, the thing is, even with fucking Negan, like someone fucked him up. Like one person fucked up that entire thing.
Well, that's because it's a show. In real life, Negan would be the man always and forever.
Yeah, because Gaddafi didn't get stabbed in the ass by people he oppressed. No, not at all.
You know what's funny is, like, on my end, like, I know he just said some smart shit and people are gonna, like, in a chat are gonna be like, oh yeah, I totally get what he's talking about. Me being the dumbass, he just sounded like he said, like, oh, Kadabi Gawabi Dewabby, man, he got fucked up, right? And I'm just like, who the fuck is any of these rappers? Like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, yo, Gavin got fucked up just like
Oh my god, man. No, but anyways, people, yeah. Hopefully in the zombie apocalypse, I'm going to go ahead and be Negan. But as far as this fucking movie goes, I do not give a shit. I'm not going to be watching this fucking thing.
I would be Rick, but me personally, I'm definitely going to go see this film.
Really, yeah. I don't know, man. And I feel like it was way overhyped, too, for the longest time. Shaun of the Dead is a funny movie I think people should go see. It really emphasizes the humor and shit.
Not Shaun of the Sheep?
No. I want to see that, though. Shaun the Sheep.
Shaun the Sheep I heard was good.
Yeah, actually, it was awesome.
Watch that instead.
No. Where's the fucking zombies in that? Does it have any fucking zombies? Does it have any sheep zombies?
You should go watch it.
Actually, you know, I have an idea. One thing that is actually really fucking great. There's this, I think it's called Black Sheep. And it's actually about zombie sheep. I'm not even fucking joking. And it's really good. It's very good. People, if you guys are watching this, definitely go and search Black Sheep. We might watch that shit in the after hours, dude. Because I'm telling you, Ganja, that shit's fucking awesome.
Like awesome, like bad movie awesome, or like good movie awesome?
No, like literally it's kind of scary, and then it's a little silly.
Okay.
It's just you're just a little silly. You're a little bit. But here's the thing, people. You guys see at the bottom of the screen over here. Up next, Double Toast Movie Extravaganza. But guess what?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
up next. It's on right now. Look at that shit. Anthony Mackie is about to beat the fuck out of that chick. I don't know what the hell his problem is.
Don't do it. You want to catch another case? Don't do it.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna beat the fuck out you. But here's the thing, though, people. I don't even know what movie that is, too. Who's Gina Rodriguez? Why are you laughing?
We'll put it back to 90s.
Oh, don't say
Put
90s.
it back to 90s. Bitch, what you say about VR?
Oh, I hope 90s doesn't watch this.
You say that shit again, you'll be walking.
This is fucked up, people. There's a guy named 90s. Ganja thinks he looks like him just because he's black. He does not look like Anthony Mackie.
He does look like Anthony.
Oh, what the fuck? I hate when y'all do this. Yeah, I hope,
Like if
I hope
Anthony
you break
Mackie
your
like
fucking back doing that
Anthony
shit so
Mackie
fast.
shaved, like he's looked like him.
I didn't know what that move was. I just looked like a crowd.
I know. You guys are hitting two big ass drums.
When even 90s says like, yeah, that's me. Like I'm sorry, there's no denying that.
Fucking Ganja just like.
I turned to King Kong and shit.
People, it is awesome having Ganja back. I had a fun time playing with Jet on Kingdom Hearts. Man, we are going to be streaming tomorrow as well. We're going to be streaming on Friday. Tomorrow's actually the Unnecessary Video Game Show. God damn it, I said it wrong again. The Unnecessary Gaming Show. That's the name of the fucking show. Ganja's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Alan might be there. Jet's definitely going to be there. And we're going to be playing some more Kingdom
Well,
Hearts.
what do you
as
think?
well.
I'm definitely.
Because I'm gonna force your ass over there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know, maybe I'll force you to watch like some really slow moving zombie fucking movie, and if you don't go, then you have to watch a zombie movie. That's what I'm gonna do.
There's nothing worse. There's no worse combo than a slow, dark zombie movie
Here's the thing.
with
though.
dry fucking humor.
Okay.
No, I can't.
Well, I didn't say it was gonna be any humor shit. You know, like it can be a horror.
No, I'm
movie.
just saying, like, if you were to like come to me with like a movie with all those things, I've been like, honestly, I should smack you in the fucking tooth.
The fuck tooth.
And the fucking tooth, precisely. Smacking the fucking tooth.
I haven't got one of those since I was 5, Jet.
Jesus Christ. People are getting the fuck out of here. Thank you all for watching. I know not a lot are watching, but hope you guys come back and watch us later on. And then the main thing, too, is that the Kingdom Hearts thing. Definitely keep up with us on that. I'm probably going to be moving on to a different game by tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Jet, I'm sorry. I cannot keep on with Kingdom Hearts 1 because I'm not going to get very far. Let's just be fucking honest.
Quitter.
Well, I'll come back to it at some point.
Quitter.
Anyway, people, get the fuck out of here. So with that said, Ganja Guru on that 3, sir. And on that 2, attack
You can't get it to use this one. I'm singing it.